Now look, in our last episode, we talked about the arrest of 21-year-old Keon King, the man accused of kidnapping missing Philadelphia woman Kada Scott. And now, just days later, the story has taken a devastating turn. Police have confirmed they found human remains behind the abandoned school, and they believe those remains belong to Kada. Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay until the end of this episode because we about to dive into what police found, what it means for the investigation, and also the final moments of a case that has shaken Philadelphia. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode 175. Now, according to reports, investigators returned to Ada H. Lewis Middle School, the same location they searched before. Now, they weren't planning to do another sweep. They went back because of a very specific anonymous tip. And behind the school, deep in the wooded area, officers found what appeared to be a shallow grave. And inside it were the remains of a young woman. Police say those remains are believed to be 23-year-old Kada Scott, even though the medical examiner has not confirmed the identity or the cause of death. I mean, this is the same area where police previously found her belongings, an iPad case, glasses, even a car with her name on it. So the odds that this was anyone else is painfully slim.
Hey, what's up everybody? Right now we are outside of the Ada Lewis Middle School, the old school in East Germantown. As you can see, cops are here. You can see behind me over there, there are officers are back on the scene here. This is where they searched earlier this week for any signs of Kada Scott. Police sources now telling me that they have confirmed that human remains of a female have now been found way back in the wooded area behind the school. They tell me that the remains have been there for a week or less. So that's the new development right now. There are a lot of people out here just kind of watching and, of course, hoping for the best. But that's why police have been out here for the last hour, 2 hours or so. Human remains of a female have been found been out there for a week or less. I know our chopper is over some sort of blue tarp as well. So that's the breaking news. That's the latest. Stay tuned.
Now, if you remember from the last episode, police already have one suspect, Keon King. And King turned himself in a few days ago and was charged with kidnapping in connection to Kada's disappearance. With this new discovery, investigators are probably preparing to upgrade those charges, likely to include first and second degree unaliving. And we already know King already had a history, being that earlier this year he was charged with kidnapping and assault. You know, those charges were dropped, or the case was dropped because the victim didn't show up at court. But those charges have since been refiled, and detectives are looking at whether King may have followed a pattern of violence against women.
What's up, everybody? All right, you guys, so we have some developments in the case of Kada Scott. So the police in Philadelphia have come forward to say that they have recovered a body. In a press conference, they say that they got a specific tip that led them back to their abandoned middle school. And ultimately, y'all, this led to them finding this body. Now, this is the body of a woman, and they say they believe that this body was out there for about a week.
Investigators began the process of following up on that tip this morning, starting around 10 o'clock this morning, following up on that tip. And the tip was very specific that led us back to this location here today, which you all know we were out here earlier in the week doing a little bit of a search. And so based on the investigative information, based on the investigation and what they were following up on that tip today, led us back to this area behind the school, where it's a wooded area. I don't know if any of you have been back there, but it's a wooded area that goes beyond the school. And so we begin to go back into that area where we would locate a shallow grave after being able to remove some of the debris back there, able to locate the body of a human being. All indications at this point is that it's a female. We are not going to confirm at this point that it is Miss Kada Scott, because that has to be done by the medical examiner's office.
Now, y'all, this is a very heartbreaking update. Although they have not confirmed yet that this is Kada, most likely this is going to be the case. Now, we know that Keon King is being held on kidnapping charges and a slew of other charges. And most likely, very soon, those charges will be upgraded. Now, my heart goes out to the family of Kada Scott, and I will keep you guys updated as the identity of this person is confirmed.
Now, the abandoned school where the remains were found sits just a few miles from where Kada was last seen. I mean, it's isolated, hidden. I mean, it's the kind of place someone chooses when they don't want anybody to find out what they've done. And what's also crazy about this case is that it probably would have went unsolved for much longer if it wasn't for that anonymous tip. Police said the caller gave them precise information that led them to the area where they dug up the grave. Now, they haven't released the identity of the tipster or how they knew what it looked, but the timing suggests that someone close to the situation finally spoke up. Maybe from guilt, maybe from fear, or maybe someone who knew what King had done couldn't hold it any longer. Whatever the reason, that call might have been the only thing standing between this case staying open and bringing Kada's family a little bit of closure. And as of now, police are waiting for forensic results, DNA, dental records, and autopsy findings, to officially confirm it's her. I mean, the cause of death hasn't been released, but given how and where she was found, investigators are treating this as a homicide. And what's crazy is how preventable all this might have been. If those earlier charges against King had gone through, he might have not been free to hurt anyone else. Now, if these remains are confirmed to be Kada Scott, we'll finally know what happened, but not why. Was it revenge, jealousy, or just a violent pattern waiting to happen again? Look, y'all go ahead and let me know y'all opinion on this situation in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up and also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.